All right, welcome back, everybody. So the Eastern Cape Festive season's Arrive Alive campaign has kicked off in Engcobo. Law enforcement efforts will be doubled in line with the expected high traffic volume. So the department sets off its program on the R61, which links the Eastern and Western Cape. This has been identified by Road Traffic Management Corporation as among the most dangerous roads in the country. And the plan is to change that narrative and improve road safety in the province. So covering this story for us, we've got Atule Joka, who is in Engcobo, and let's get an update from him. Atule, good morning to you.
Well, good morning, Leanne and Sakina in studio, and a warm welcome to SABC News viewers across the depths of this country. Well, we are in Engcobo in the Eastern Cape. We're just outside Engcobo, maybe 2 kilometers outside Engcobo, on the R61 en route to Koffimvaba, on the junction to Idujwa. Traffic officials have been here since the morning. They've been conducting operations here to check the roadworthiness of the cars, to check the traffic fines, to check if motorists are ready to travel this long route. Well, the Eastern Cape provincial government is here to launch its Arrive Alive campaign to sort of urge motorists to exercise caution on the roads, to make sure that their cars are roadworthy, and also to make sure that they take those interval breaks in between to make sure that they get to their homes safely. This is ahead of the busy festive season. Most people in the Eastern Cape migrate to other provinces to go and seek greener pastures and better economic opportunities. So in December, this is when they come back to reconnect with their families, to come back and enjoy the ceremonies, to come back and enjoy all these traditional ceremonies. We do know that the Eastern Cape is a traditional province, so people do attend those traditional ceremonies such as Imigidi, where young boys go through the rite of passage of Ulwalugo. So they'll be coming back. There will be those celebrations. So people are coming back for such celebrations. They are coming back for weddings. They are coming back to revive themselves, to recharge, and also to reconnect with their families. So they will be using these roads coming back to their homes. And also an interesting read that I came across this week, and was an analysis that was done by RTMC, Road Traffic Management Corporation, this week, which said that this R61 road is the second most dangerous road in the country after the N4 in Nelspruit in Mpumalanga. So this is quite shocking. So the Eastern Cape provincial government is here to sort of try to liaise with people to sort of exercise caution to make sure their cars are roadworthy. Just last year, we were here to cover a road accident which happened between Elliot and Engcobo. That bus was closer to Engcobo, only 4 kilometers, when the technical fail of the brakes failed before they could reach Engcobo, and then the car rolled over and hit an embankment, killing over 10 people, injuring over 16 people in that accident. So they are trying to make sure that they avert such challenges. But with me, I am joined by the transport spokesperson in the province, Mr. Unat Bingose, our former colleague. Mr. Bing, if you can elaborate to us about the operations here this morning.
Look, the choice of the road was easy, as you've rightly highlighted in your introduction. This has been highlighted as one of the most dangerous roads in the country. It's not a title we want to wear with any degree of pride. That is why we are here. We want to turn the situation around. We want to ensure that the number of crashes that happen on our roads, we believe that if we can reduce that, we'll stand a better chance of reducing those fatalities. So the launch here today is going to be largely operational. We are not going to have any speeches, but we're going to be on the road, ensuring that we are removing those vehicles that are not supposed to be on the road, and of course the drivers that are not fit to be on our road. We are also here bringing in some buses which have been installed with state-of-the-art equipment that enable our officers to detect vehicles that are wrongly licensed. As you know, that we do have a problem of fraudulent licenses. So it's an all hands on deck kind of approach, and we do have our partners as well from other law enforcement like the police to ensure that those that are found to have flouted the law are arrested and are charged. We want to be serious about what is happening on our road. The carnage that we've seen over the past year, particularly last year where we lost about over 230 lives, it's something that we need to change this time around. We understand that as traffic officers, as law enforcement officers alone, we can never win this fight. That is why we are here calling on motorists as well to come on board to ensure that they obey the rules of the road at all times. It's unfortunate that we can't have a traffic officer in just about every stretch of the road, and we can't get traffic officers to get into these vehicles and drive them for these motorists. It is incumbent upon the motorists to ensure that they obey the rules of the road, and by doing that we believe that we can be able to avoid these senseless deaths that we are seeing on our roads.
Do we have the death toll at the moment?
Look, it's difficult to tally up those numbers, but of course, disturbingly, yes, we have lost some people, but of course, I understand that the Minister for Transport will be launching the national program in Harrismith today. Maybe we will get a glimpse of what we are looking like nationally, and of course, we'll keep you posted as the province on how we are faring on that score. But the numbers are not looking good. I mean, one death is one too many, and we understand that this morning there has been an accident on the N10 where we lost a total of 4 lives. 3 died on the scene, and we understand that the 4th person died on arrival in hospital. That was largely down to fatigue. It's something that we need to revisit, to ensure that we urge our drivers to take regular breaks on their journeys, because fatigue is one of the major contributing factors to the accident that we see on our roads. That is in addition, of course, to the stray animals that are a major problem here in the province, and of course the issue of human error. From last year we noticed that over 75% of the accidents that are happening on our roads are down to human error, not so much on the condition of the vehicles or the conditions of the road. So that is why we want to make a clear call to motorists to obey the rules of the roads.
Well, thank you so much. That was the transport spokesperson, Mr. Onati Pingosa, our former colleague, saying 75% of the road accidents are caused by human error. So they are urging motorists to exercise caution and also to ensure that they take those interval breaks in between as they drive through these roads of the Eastern Cape. From myself, Atule Joka, and my colleague, Engcobo, it is back to you in studio. We'll keep you updated. Leanne.